One of the biggest stories trending on the Huffington Post today comes from Florida, where 18-year-old high school senior Kaitlyn Hunt is fighting expulsion and criminal charges for a lesbian relationship with another student. Kaitlyn has been charged with 2 felony counts of, quote, lewd and lascivious behavior on a child 12 to 16 after the parents of her 15-year-old girlfriend pressed charges earlier this year. Kaitlyn Hunt's mother, Kelly Hunt Smith, insists that the girls had a mutually consenting relationship and alleges her daughter's accusers never mentioned they had a problem with the lesbian relationship. In a statement posted to Facebook, Kelly Hunt Smith says, quote, "They were out to destroy my daughter. They feel like my daughter made their daughter gay." Nearly 40,000 people have signed a petition calling on the Assistant State Attorney Brian Workman to drop the case.
This infuriates me. We were just talking about Morehouse College. One of Morehouse's recent graduates, Gennaro Wilson, was in a similar case in Georgia where he was 17 and the girl was 15. It was consensual. Nobody doubted the consensuality. And yet these sometimes obscure laws, and certainly these problematic laws, allow essentially people to be criminalized for being gay, criminalized for engaging in same-sex relationships. And that's all this is really about. And it's really disturbing, and I hope that they drop the case. In other cases that I've fought for, and we fought for 5 years to get Gennaro out of prison, we saw a really bad outcome. And honestly, there was no public outcry.
Right, though I do think there is a counter narrative here. You know, of course, that I am with you on this, but I want to read this from Nikon, who said, "In this case, this family of the 15-year-old are freaking way out because it's a same-sex relationship, but pretty much any state law back then due to the ages involved. The older girl should have known better regardless of the genders involved." I think you think when you're above board with the parents that is enough.
Well, I think that laws should reflect context, right? Yeah. And 18-year-old boys date 15-year-old girls, right? And I don't think that gets criminalized all the time. And in fact, it typically doesn't get criminalized. The fact that they're of the same sex or same gender, to me, shouldn't be the issue. I'm simply saying, and I think many people are saying, that this law gets selectively invoked, and it only gets invoked when people are of the same gender or sex.
All right, well, just again, to push back, Enfatico says a 15-year-old can't consent.
So then what do we do when it's a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old, or a 16-year-old and a 15-year-old?